Well, hello and welcome to We Are BC TV. I'm Don Peoples, Superintendent and President of Butte Central Catholic Schools, and I'm excited to be here today for our first segment of the 2023-24 school year. My guests today are our outstanding school leaders, Dawn Ann Peterson, our pre-K through 8 principal at Central Catholic Elementary, and our new high school principal, Mrs. Denise Kress. So ladies, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
We're just about ready to start school again, so it's that time of year again. Summers go by so quickly, but it's very exciting to be here with both of you. I'm very excited about the school year, and I think our schools are in great hands of two outstanding leaders. Dawn Ann has been our principal at the elementary school for 3 years and has done just a remarkable job. And Denise will be starting her first year at Butte Central Catholic High School, and we're very excited to introduce her to the BC community. So Denise and Dawn Ann, thanks again for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Denise, why don't you let the folks know about your background. I know you're a Butte native, and so this isn't your first time in Butte, Montana, but we're certainly very excited to have you joining us at Butte Central High School.
Yeah, I grew up to 5th grade in Butte, attended Blaine School, and then my parents bought a ranch outside of Whitehall. Finished my rest of my high school and career at Twin Bridges, and then I pursued and went on to Havre to play college ball. I played basketball, volleyball, and track my freshman year, and finished out the last 3 years with just basketball. I then earned my elementary education degree and PE health minor, and went on to Idaho and taught down there for 5 years. Decided I was raising kids and wanted to get back closer to families, so we moved back to Montana, where I taught Nennis for 4 years, and then moved to Central Montana for the last 25 years. I taught 12 years in Roy, and I was superintendent principal in Moore for the last 13. Felt it was time to move back home to be closer to family, and this opportunity opened, so I came knocking.
Well, we're certainly excited to have you here, and I have to admit you look fantastic in maroon, so that's a good start. We're introducing Denise tonight to our school family, so you're going to look great in maroon when we introduce you to everybody. So.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. We're very excited. I think you bring a lot of great energy and great educational experience to our school, and so it'll be great for Butte Central Catholic High School. Dawn Ann, let's talk about your tenure. You're entering your 3rd year. You were a teacher at our school before. Mm-hmm. You were a parent in our school system prior to that. Mm-hmm. So you've been around the BC family for a long time, but the elementary school has grown and grown with each year of your leadership, and we're expecting another great year of growth at both the high school and the elementary, but maybe just talk about your 3 years as principal at our school.
Sure. Like I said, it's been a great experience thus far. The parents are so supportive, and the kids are great. I've had so much support by administration. You've been a great leader as well. Good supports. Teachers, we have great teachers. If you have good teachers, then that's half your battle. So I feel like we've been fortunate enough to have some teachers that have had several years experience with the kids there, and I just think that we're fortunate to have the faculty and staff that we have.
Well, you've done a great job, and I think just the optimism and the excitement and the energy at the elementary school has grown and improved with each year. And of course, you took over right after the pandemic ended, so those were tough educational times. But sure. You've done a great job, and that's a great segue into the next thing I wanted to talk about today. Is our schools are growing, which is really exciting. In pre-K through 12 last year, we were up over 40 students. And it looks like we're going to be in that range again. So in 2 years, our system's up 70 to 80 students, which is exciting, very exciting. But Denise, maybe just talk about it. You're coming from a strong class C-size school, but not that you're going into a giant school compared to where you used to, but our high school is certainly growing, which is exciting.
Right. I welcome the change. I'm excited to learn all the students, their families, and the community of Butte. And also, I've pretty much met all the staff so far, and I'm excited about that. We have some new staff members coming on with some great knowledge that'll bring a lot of knowledge to our table. And I'm excited to meet and work with everybody. I always say we're only as good as our weakest link, and, we need to make sure that we're all a team and we all float as that same.
Do you know, and I think one of and I'll ask Don Ann to elaborate on this, but I think one of the things that's really drawing families and students to our school is the family atmosphere, our ability to incorporate prayer and faith and Christian values. But just the family atmosphere is a big part of who we are at Butte Central. So maybe talk about that and what you've seen in your school.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, we have wonderful support by our families. You know, I've had the opportunity to bring parents in, you know, with certain students, and, you know, I've had nothing but support, even when it comes to maybe having to consequence or discipline kids, you know, students have great support both ways. If we ever need anything, we reach out, and within hours, it's there. It's like I've never experienced as far as working in a school before.
You know, and despite our growth, we still, at the heart of who we are is personal attention. And, you know, we have kids that are college-bound students that are very strong students. We have average students, but we also do a great job of helping kids that have special learning needs. And, you know, I know from your background, maybe you could speak about the importance of that in your high school.
I think it's super valuable. I feel that meeting the needs of all the kids, and I've always came from a strong belief as far as we need to meet and get to know the kids and build those relationships before the learning occurs, and I still believe that after 34 years.
You know, we're very excited, and I'll add a couple stats, but this is really exciting. Our class of 2023 graduated 24 students, and they went on to college with $2.4 million in scholarships and over 300 college credits. And I think that really says a lot about our programs and the attention and the individual focus that kids get. And I know you're going to do a great job of continuing that great tradition. And I think the other thing that we've tried to really build as a pre-K through 12 system is we're really trying to have both schools work so well together. And I think we're building that connection between our elementary and our high school campus. And I think we're just headed for some exciting times in our school system.
I agree.
I do too.
Don Ann, you know, one of the things that I was going to ask you to speak upon is one of the things that we're excited about is, you know, in the educational world now, there's a scarcity of teachers and school personnel, but one of the things we're adding for the fall in 2023-24 is a school counselor that will be shared by both schools. So maybe just talk about how exciting that is.
That's really exciting, and it's imperative that we have that resource. This past year, we had a counselor. It wasn't as many hours as we wish. We shared with the high school, and we'll be sharing that counselor with the high school this year. But I just think if a school doesn't have that piece, you know, it's lagging. It's the mental health piece that we've seen, you know, this past couple years after COVID. You know, we've seen, you know, a setback in learning. We've seen mental health at all-time high with our kids, and so the more supports we can have, the better off we are. So I'm really excited about having her. And it's not only going to benefit our students, it's going to benefit our staff.
Okay.
You know, this counselor is going to be able to educate our staff as well as educate the students and reach out to them when they're, you know, in times of need.
Do you know what, and I agree, and I think you started talking about our staffs, and we're just really blessed in our school system to have amazing teachers. And we returned most of our teachers this year, but the vacancies that we did have, we've been able to find some outstanding, both experienced and young teachers. But I think our staffs are a real strength of our school.
It is, absolutely. And like I said, we've grown some of our class sizes, so therefore we've needed some additional teachers. I feel like we have some strong teachers down in the junior high with lots of experience. And last year we shared our math teacher with the high school, and that was a really good experience. And so I feel the person stepping into that role is going to benefit us, and she'll be there for our 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. She has a lot of experience, and we're fortunate to have her as a math teacher as well.
Well, I know, Denise, you haven't had a great chance to meet everybody in a big way, but I just really think that your leadership, and then you put it together with that great staff that you're going to have, it's going to be a really exciting year at Butte Central High School.
Yes, and I'm really excited.
You know, one of the things I was going to ask you to talk about, mainly because you have experience from Moore High School, your previous school, but, you know, school safety is such a big issue now, and we're bringing on a new app, a new program that's going to really enhance and strengthen our school safety, and it's such a critical thing anymore. But maybe talk about Emergent 3.
I believe as a strong educator that we can never be safe enough. And I think this app is just huge. And I believe in it so much that I approached Don and Don Ann right away with it. And Emergent 3, it's an app that everybody can put on their phone, our staff, as well as their computers, because not everybody goes everywhere with their computers, but most everybody has their phone. The app will come in as alert. It outlines the whole school premises, and we can eventually link with the fire department and the police department. And the administration, like if a teacher's having an issue, they can alert us, whether it's a lockdown or fire or chemical spill or any of those issues. They can alert the admin. Then it's up to us to alert the police and the fire department, but we're the only ones that can send it outside our building.
It's going to be great. And again, just school safety is such a big thing in our culture now that I think it's going to be an exciting thing to make us better, more prepared as a school system.
I agree.
The last thing a couple things to talk about still, but I think community service and the way that our school is structured around our Catholic and prayer life and faith. I know, Donna, one of the things that we emphasize at both your school and at the high school is serving others, and I know that's a big part of what we have envisioned for the next part of the school year.
Absolutely. Yes, this year the students did blanket drives, food drives for the community, collecting money for Jars for Jesus for the churches. Also, the food bank, did a drive for the food bank as well. Reaching out just to the veterans' homes, doing cards, giving cards at all the holidays for all the vets. And so anytime we have an opportunity to do so, we jump at it.
And I think, the high school as well, we have the Thanksgiving dinner, which is a huge endeavor from our high school, but our Key Club at the high school did some wonderful things. But just that emphasis on serving others is really a central part of our school and who we are. So I know that you'll be leading the charge with a lot of those things, so that'll be great. I guess one of the things we want to close with today is, school is, the first day of school is 4 weeks from today. So this is July 31st. And I'm not trying to make everybody sad that the summer's coming to an end, but it is close to the start of school. And what we would like everybody to know is we have openings in every grade level. We have a new scholarship program, thanks to Roy Zimmerman and many other benefactors and alumni, that we're in the best position we've been in the history of our schools to help families afford our programs. So we'd like folks to know that, number one, we have openings and space for every grade level. We're going to hopefully enroll kids all the way up until that first day of school, which is August 28th for the students. But we want folks to know that our scholarship program is it's robust and it's a level that it's never been, and we're very excited about that. And so I think that's a big part of our growth to date so far. So, well, ladies, maybe I'll just have you close with one thing. What are you most excited about to start the school year?
I just think that the students, seeing the kids and getting that energy and going forth. The fall is always the best part of the school year, so just getting new faces.
Denise, how about you?
I'm just excited about being here and meeting all the staff and the students and carrying on the great tradition at Butte Central.
Well, ladies, thanks for being here. And, as the president and superintendent, I can't tell folks how excited I am to work with both of you. I think we're going to be a great admin team, and we're going to create some great things for our students and our families. And Butte Central is a school system that's moving forward and moving fast, and we're very excited. So thanks for joining us here today on We Are BC TV.